Alright, I think we're live. Let me just double check here. Here we always do. Go to my channel. I think we are good. Alrighty. So let's first of all make sure we got our chat up. Pretty good. Okay, actually, you know what? We'll come back to it. Anyways, so what's up, everyone? We're going to do something different here in Guild Wars. Instead of actually doing the next missions and things, I think I'm going to do some elite skill hunting down in the Southern Shiverpeaks, because I was reading the bonus for the Divinity Coast mission, and the wiki actually recommends using an elite skill that you get from mineral springs, and we're actually kind of far away from mineral springs, but we're gonna fight our way there. We got a couple different areas that we can go to. I'm looking at the Southern Shiverpeaks map, so we're at Drachner's Forge, and if we go up through the Talus Chute, through the Ice Dome, we can get into the Copperhammer Mines, and if we continue to go north, we could hit up Spearhead Peak, Granite Citadel, which is another outpost, and then from there go to Tasca's Demise, and then up to Mineral Springs. So that's kind of what I'm hoping to do here, is to get a little bit more of the area uncovered. And I will say that I was actually planning on streaming some Diablo 2 today, but for whatever reason I was experiencing a really massive amount of desync, and since we're playing a hardcore character, that's definitely not something that I really want to be playing. I really want to screw around with. So the last time we left off, we finished up the Delesio Seaboard. I went back and actually explored all the rest of it. And then, let's see here, I came over here to the Temple of Ages, and came through here to the Talmark Wilderness, and worked my way down here to Fisherman's Haven. And if we continue to go south, actually, this little piece right here, this will bring us to the Sanctum K mission. And I was planning on actually coming back up to the Tears of the Fallen, and then working my way down here and started exploring it, but kind of got bored at that point in time. So that's kind of where we're at. Our next mission, obviously, is the Divinity Coast, and we may end up getting to that today. I'm not sure, but we're going to go down to Drachnar's Forge. Now, keep in mind that you don't actually end up going to Drachnar's Forge till pretty late in the game, but I did have a fellow Alliance mate actually run me over here. And also, if you do ever want to do some elite skill hunting, you should always start off in Drachnar's Forge instead of Beacon's Perch, because we can get 2 more people in our party, which I think we should do. Let's bring another healer. I don't remember if I set Talcora to be a smiter. Yeah, she's my... No. So maybe she was. Let me take a look at Dunkoro. One of them was more of a healing base. There we go. So we'll boot Talcora out, and I guess we'll bring in Vec. I don't remember what his skill base was based on Ether Renewal. Let's see here, Blood Magic. Sure. That looks alright to me. But anyways, so if you end up doing elite skill hunting, always start off here at Drachnar's Forge, and then if you work your way up north, just don't end up actually going into Beacon's Perch, because that'll end up reducing your party size back down to 6 instead of 8. So what we need to do is we're going to go through, like I was saying before, Talus Chute up here, and then we end up crossing over to whatever this is, and there's some outposts around here. There are 3 bosses in this area that I actually do need to get elite skills from. I do have it pulled up that I'm going to have to take a look at here in a moment, but for the time being, I actually have a shit ton of signets to capture here, so let's get rid of, say, Complicate, and since there's 3 of them, we might as well get them now. I think I'm going to take off Wastrel's Worry for the moment, instead of actually using it, because a lot of these monsters end up actually doing a lot of skills. I think you really have to like build around Wastrel's Worry. I found out, because I was sitting there thinking, I was like, man, why does this skill keep on. It looked like it was bugging out because it didn't really actually look like it was doing any damage. And the thing is it ends early if the monster actually uses a skill. So what you want to do is continually use interrupts and whatnot, so you can prevent them from using a skill. It's only when they actually successfully cast a skill that it actually ends the Wastrel's Worry early. I'm not sure if you pumped a little bit more skill points into Domination, if it actually reduced that time, or if that's just a flat thing here. Okay, so here we are. We're at Elementalist. Shoot, let me actually take a look real quick at the... So we're trying to find a Grawl boss called Ebido Kep for the Glimmering Mark Elementalist elite skill, and then we're looking for 2 Nightmare bosses, Seer Windlash and Burr Windburn, for Mist Form and Illusionary Weaponry. So those are the monsters that we have to be aware of, but we still have a whole bunch of Stone Summit guys and all the rest of these groups and whatnot that we're going to have to deal with. Which is okay, because, you know, I would like to actually continue to gain some skill points. Although, truth be told, I probably almost thinking about maybe bringing in a another healer. I wonder how everything sounded so quiet in my headphones. Let's see here. Get rid of this bastard. Yeah, so Ogden's already dead. God damn, my healers are just getting crushed. I'm wondering if it's because of these guys. Oh, they're just necromancers. Yeah, see, unfortunately, I think what I'm gonna end up having to do is probably rearrange my people's skills, because my healers just... See, they're set to guard. Try to avoid combat. How about that? Same thing with Ogden. I just want you guys to heal, man. Wow, hit him. Shit. Should have been on top of that cry of frustration a little bit sooner. See, what sucks though is, see, Ogden already died twice. So if we take a look at him, he's already got a little bit of a death penalty. That'll go away over time with the more monsters that we kill. And you know what I should probably do is actually take a look at the map of Talus Shoot, because it's actually giving me an idea of where some of these bosses are. Okay, so some of the Grawl bosses are going to be mostly in the north, and the Nightmare bosses are going to be in the northwest. Okay. Alright. Don't really like to actually alt-tab out of this, because I said this before. It sometimes causes this like desync problem. Oh, looks like we got a quest giver over here. So are these guys gonna actually heal? Just wondering if Ogden and Dunkoro are actually going to do anything. Maybe I should actually put them back on guard. So let's see what this guy wants. I'm not going to actually do any of the quests around here. Like I said, this is kind of almost purely exploratory and the acquisition of elite skills. Seer, seeking the Seer. Okay, so it's just some quest for the Seer. So if we take a look at the map, most of our enemies are going to be over in this area and then up to the top here. apparently. And then there's a possibility that the Grawl, one of the Grawl bosses, I think, can spawn over here somewhere. And unfortunately, we want to go up to the northeast. So we're kind of going in the exact opposite direction that we actually want to go. Yeah, that was the skill that we actually wanted, was the ineptitude. And out of our group, I think I'm probably the weakest one of us. So I loaded myself up with all these signets to capture. And I'm hoping that these bosses actually end up spawning. Just paying attention to the monsters that are around, seeing if I can see any of the bosses yet. And I'm pretty slow on my my whatchamacallit, my interrupts. I have to get back on the groove. Although taking out these guys are not a problem. Alright, so I think we'll just continue to go north and then just kind of work our way throughout the top. Oh shit, you want to know what I forgot to bring? Ah, damn it. I should have brought some lockpicks with me. Wah, wah, wah. When you get into these higher level areas, this is where you really want to start paying attention to what you're actually aggroing. You want to be careful about that so you don't become so overly encumbered with all these monsters. So what it might be best to do is actually pull your heroes back, or your henchmen, and just pull the one group. Okay, so it looks like it's this entire area, or that one big ass group. Is that time? Oh fuck. Somebody cast interrupt on me. You bastard. Try to get rid of their mesmers. Alright, managed to get it off this time. Come on, healers. What I should have also done is actually loaded up my people with a couple more interrupt spells. My problem is I actually don't have a lot of warrior skills, unfortunately. Shit, we're gonna end up having to fight these guys. Son of a bitch. I think the Ardents are the healers. Yep. Maybe one of these days, sometime relatively soon, what I'll do is I'll actually end up going through my one warrior. Maybe advancing the storyline a little bit with him, so I can get some more skills. More skills. Or I might just say screw it and just continue to use this character, and then when we get to the Crystal Desert territories, just switch my secondary around and do some more skill hunting. So if you take a look at Ogden now, see he's only got a -6% from killing all these monsters. He'll get, you know, of course that'll improve with the killing of bosses. So I'm not seeing any Grawl bosses just yet. Let's actually go around these guys, because we are looking for the nightmare bosses as well. And those won't actually appear. Oh, there's one right there. Excellent. We just have to actually get up there. I think what we're going to end up having to do is go up and around like this. So we found one. There we go. I managed to get at least one interrupt off. So I don't remember. I'm gonna actually have to take a look at the list again. I think I had 2 nightmare bosses that I actually had to kill in like 1 Grawl, I think. Come on, get down there. What are you doing? Wacky ass textures. Okay, there's another boss over there. Should probably take out this group first, because I'd really hate to need to retreat and then all of a sudden have to come back and deal with this on top of whatever else I'm fighting. Try to take out the Grawl clones first. The regular, like, melee guys are just not a problem. The guys that actually cast the magic and whatnot are usually more of a problem, so always try to concentrate on them first. Unless, of course, the melee guys are just overwhelming me. So let's see here. Jono Yalp. Y'all. Looks like he's a whatchamacallit, a warrior boss. Should be easy to kill. Yep. Oh. Okay, god damn it. I fucked that up. What I have to do is healing signet. I'm gonna save my my interrupt for that. Oop. Did it on hammer bash instead. No biggie. So these Grawl crones must have an enchantment removing skill, because I noticed that when I've done Double Dragon before, that it ends pretty prematurely. Shit, I actually totally did not mean to actually start aggroing this other group. Whoops. I'm gonna go back and collect my coins. I'm sure my people will be able to fend for themselves for the moment. Besides, we might be able to... so that's the one good thing about bringing Elias around, is because I made him into like a Zoomancer kind of character. So it makes it really handy when it comes to trying to escape, and all the monsters end up concentrating on all the bone horrors and whatnot. Alright, so let's cast out Double Dragon here. You'll see what I'm saying. Oh. Maybe it was the whatchamacallit, the Chillblains? I don't remember what that skill did. So we fought multiple groups of Grawl here. Came across the one boss, and not the boss that we want. I'm hoping he actually spawns. Because if I'm not mistaken, I think some of these bosses have a chance of actually not spawning in favor of some of the other classes. So there's Pip. Another one that I don't really need. Where was this guy? Oh, there he is. Pretty sure I'm... Yeah, there we go. Surprised that these guys are actually on the map right now. Usually the nightmare creatures, you actually have to run into them. They just pop up. Alright, this is the man we want. Yep, illusionary weaponry. Kill him. There you go. Let's get my elite skill. Illusionary weaponry. Let's see here. Deals 14 damage to foes in place of other damage or effects from melee attacks. You have +5 armor for each equipped illusion magic skill. Awesome. Oh, look at that. We actually finished the Malachire's test. That's why I didn't want to, like, just pop that. Alright, so when we get into our first outpost, whenever that is, and wherever that is, I'm going to have to remind myself to, hopefully remind myself to actually get the shits, the lockpicks. You know, we're going to actually back up because I don't want to, like, end up aggroing this one whole group here. So let me actually take a look at these boss monsters again. Bosses. Okay, so I still need Burr Windborn Burn for Mist Form, and then we need Kep for Glimmering Mark. Here, and then the other ones are going to still be a little further west of where we're at, apparently. So it looked like on the map here. Well, I don't know. They should actually be around here if they were actually going to spawn. Because it looks like, according to the map, that if they were going to spawn, it'd be over here. But it doesn't actually look like they're here. Interesting. I don't know. Oh, there we are. Hey, just a little further down than I was expecting. What? Fucking cast a spellbreaker on himself. Shit. Oh, we have all these Africa guys. Oh! Let's get in there with that double dragon. Should get that extra damage in there. Shit, we're gonna end up, yep. I was gonna say those Blessed Griffins were definitely gonna end up in this mix. Although that these Africa necromancers and mesmers should go down relatively quickly. Although we do have a couple of these whatchamacallem, rangers. Fucking shit, something is healing these guys. I think it's probably those Blessed Griffins. Dude, what the fuck? I'm doing it on myself. So I'm not sure if the Blessed Griffins actually have healing spells or not, if they're just purely smiters. Yeah. Take him out. Come on, take him out. Ew. Let's get rid of this fucking Mesmer here. There we go. See, one good thing about Cry of Frustration is it actually does damage, so there's the other incentive for actually trying to interrupt them. So we have Frostbite down here. This is not one of the bosses we need. That looks like a monk boss. Okay. So that's that group. Looks like the other one has a chance of actually spawning up here along this path. So let's get a little look-see. You know, I could go down there just for the morale boost. So here, let's pop up my chat again. Okay. Spine chill. Okay, so that's not the one we want. Yeah, see, this is what I was talking about. As far as them just showing up like this. So what I could do, if I really wanted to, which I kind of really want to, is just rezone. Because we did get the one, but I need the other. And since we know that this is a Necromancer boss and the other one down there is a whatchamacallit, a monk boss. I'm gonna say fuck it. We're gonna rezone. Besides, we got this morale boost here, so we might as well just take advantage of it. Signet of Judgment. It's like a poor man's Shield of Judgment, which is the necessary skill if you're running a 55 monk. Talk about that build quite a lot. It's a fun build, but it's just like, it's pretty situational. Oh, you want to know something? I'm gonna lose my shit if I go in here. Damn it, because it's an outpost. Maybe it would have been better to actually start off from here anyways. Besides, it'll let me take off illusionary weaponry, because I don't want it. It's not that great of a skill. I will keep... Where is it at? Double dragon here. And then, say screw it. Put another Signet of Capture. Okay, so what we need to do is hit up my Zunai chest. My inventory is looking pretty good here, so I don't need to actually go to the merchant yet. You know what? Let's just bring a whole stack. There's no reason not to. Let's see here. Put that there. Could probably put the Crichton keys. You know what? Just to save myself a little bit of inventory space, just go ahead and do it that way. Because we're not going to be using the Crichton keys for a little while. You know, one thing I have to actually take a look at is the different skill vendors. Is that sometimes some of the skill vendors actually have some whatchamacallit, some kind of exclusive skills that you can only get there. And I got to find out which skills. There we are. That's the one we want. Seer Windlash. Windle. Yes, Windlash. Fantastic. So right off the bat, we get the one we want. Now that I remember to actually bring some lockpicks too, I should actually try to pay attention to the Shiverpeak chests. Wait. No, this isn't the one we want. Wait, what am I talking about? Because this guy has illusionary weaponry. Wah, wah, wah. Never mind. of a bitch. Not a big deal. Just means we have a little bit more exploration that we have to do. So I think if I'm going to end up getting... There we are. There, that's the guy I want. Windburn. Yeah, so I think if we're going to end up actually going all the way to Mineral Springs, this is going to be quite a long stream. I'm going to see how long I'm going to be able to take this. Don't really have any other plans to do. Speaking of which, I screwed up. The last time I streamed, I gave off the wrong date. I said I was probably going to stream on Sunday the 17th, and I was looking at my calendar backwards. Because yesterday was the 17th, Saturday. It was actually supposed to be the 18th. A simple but stupid mistake. Hopefully we could just actually get these Africa guys first, without having to worry about all of these, whatchamacallem, the griffins. I'd rather not have to actually fight them right. Yeah, see, this is where empathy really comes in handy. Plus the unnatural signet, because it's actually works as kind of an AoE skill if they're hexed. Does a little bit extra damage. Definitely pretty handy. Kind of wondering if there's an ardent here. Doesn't look like it. Fuck, I'm gonna die. Ah, shit. Oh, there's an ardent. Motherfucker. It's like, man, I think these guys are getting healed right now. There we go. Come on, healers. Heal me, damn it. Need to stay out of the fray there. Although one of them has, I think, was a well of power. So, if I'm not mistaken, it gives them all kinds of bonuses, but I think it gives me some malices. Although I would assume that if I was actually getting malices, I would actually be seeing it somewhere up here. Let's not try to actually fight these griffins. I'll come down here first and deal with these guys. Gotta actually try to find... Oh, there it is. I think that's the way down. Got some tundra giants. I think there's like some sort of exploit in this area where you could actually go up and down the actual mountains to do a bunch of exploration. I believe it's this area. Just trying to kill all of his little homeboys off first. Oh, shit, I didn't realize that was in it. It has your shadow, like, sitting around here. I heard the little pew-pewing of these, bone horrors here, but I was like, what the fuck? Where are these guys coming from? What are they attacking? Now I totally see it. Duh. There you go. This guy has the mist form. Perfecto. Go over here and get my cash. Yeah, buddy. Takes 33 less damage from hose hexed with water magic. Heals non-spirit allies in earshot for 50% of the energy cost of your elemental spells. Okay. Definitely a skill that you really want to build around. Oh, and that's something else that I totally forgot about. When you get an elite skill, it gives you 5,000 experience. So it kind of makes it like almost to where it whatchamacallit, replaces itself. You know, that you have to use a skill point to actually get the signature capture. Alright, so the other thing we want to do is look out for the one Grawl boss. Let me double check here. We want Edibo Kepket. And it looks like there's 4 different Grawl boss spawns from the top. And then one just north of Jirax. So if we take a look at the map, it's going to be like 4 little dots here, and then somewhere over here. It's going to be the last one. So we'll continue to stay up here at the top of the map. Which means we're going to have to probably roll through these griffins to be safe. Also really want to try to get Empathy and Unnatural Signet off before they end up getting their Spellbreaker off. God, that sucks. I can't even do the Double Dragon. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, these guys would definitely not be the ones really good candidates for Wastrel's Worry. Because they're constantly doing skills. Alright, so I don't see any... There's a Grawl boss up here. That's not the one we want. I think we already fought that guy. And yes, I'll come back and actually explore this entire area, but I'll do that by myself. You know, truth be told, this is why I kind of really like to do the elite skill capture and the cartography just by myself as its own thing, just simply because, you know, I can knock off 2 birds with 1 stone, basically. Nice to see that I got rid of that one death penalty. Yeah, that's one of those titles that I'm going to end up having to really work for, is the Survivor title. I think I get so close, but then I end up like screwing up, or I go to an area and then I eventually end up dying, and it just totally ruins it and has to reset it. It sucks. I know that when I was doing the Legendary Defender of Ascalon title, you know, I was actually hoping to get the Survivor title as well. You know what? I'm not entirely certain if there's an actual title for the Legendary Survivor of Ascalon, or if that's just kind of like it's kind of like a misnomer, I guess. Not sure. Okay, there's one down. But I remember looking up on the wiki as far as the Survivor titles, and there are areas where you can go to actually farm experience and whatnot. Like, there are some places that are better than others. And apparently there's actually a couple areas that, you know, have like some really high experience rewards, but it's kind of like high risk at the same time. I don't know. I'll investigate that sometime later. That's like one of those titles that I'd like to get on the way, but I'm not really that focused on actually doing them. Oh, there he is. Right there. Abido Kepket. Perfect. That's fantastic. Now we can just... Oh shit, I'm out of ID kits. Damn. So anyways, we could basically just cruise up here at the top of the map till we get to the next area. And I'll have actually one more significant capture to deal with this. The new area, that is. Assuming that there's going to be actually some elite skills to capture. Okay, I'm getting fucked up here. I'm stuck. I need to police myself a little bit better. Because I find myself getting like right up in the fray when I don't need to be. Alright, let's take this guy out. Glimmering Mark. Don't know what it does. Soon find out. And there we go. Collect my money. So what do we got here? Elite Hex spell deals 5 damage to each second to target and adjacent foes. Inflicts blindness on foes using attack skills. Interesting. And I get a level. Very nice. I'm having to fight a million Grawl here. Let's see if I can just get this group out of my way first. It's gonna be kind of a pain in the ass to deal with that. Or maybe I can actually go around. I don't know. We'll see. And if I'm not mistaken, when we rezone even to a new explorable area, it's gonna end up taking away my extra elite skills. And there's no telling which ones it's actually gonna give up. And which ones it's gonna let me actually keep. Damn it. I really don't want to have to fight my way through that. They're all packed together too. This is probably the safer way to go. Each second to target an adjacent foes, okay. Nice. Get a signet or an inscription, or not an inscription, insignia. Again, we're gonna have to wait. I have no way to ID it yet. Can we actually go around? Interesting. Well, perhaps not. I'm sure that if I really like slogged my way through that and try to do some like intense micromanagement of aggroing the groups and things, I'm pretty sure I could probably get away with it. Not really looking to do that right now. Finally, get our first chest over here. Oop. See, Glimmering Markle actually, it lasts for 10 seconds too, so it'll work with a natural signet, which is really nice. Especially when dealing with the mage characters that aren't really necessarily attacking very much. Fuck, we got so many of these guys now. Come on, bitch. What are you doing? Cool. Yep. These guys just like straight up beeline straight for him. Oop. Totally didn't mean to do mist form. Whoopsie. Yeah, they're starting to aggro me. So we take away their warriors, we'll be fine. Yeah, managed to interrupt that shit. Right, let's get rid of these, the rangers. The rangers are pretty annoying. Come on, take him out, damn it. Let's take out this, the brave. try to make sure that I actually target these guys like straight up, so that way all of my people know that that's who we're attacking. Instead of trying to attack everybody like piecemeal. Get him! Surprised this other group around here didn't actually end up getting aggroed as well. They were pretty close. Let's take out this bloke. What is it? The air magic. Interesting. I say this would be pretty sexy if it was fire magic. Only because that's what we actually have skill points in. And I've said this before, like, I'm not really attached to any of the skills that I have right now. You know, we could just change them on the fly. So lockpick was broken. Unfortunately, when it breaks, that's going to actually add to our unlucky title track. So right now, we should be working on 3 different titles every time we open up one of these high-end chests. Number 1, if we get a gold item, it should count towards Seeker of Wisdom. But the treasure title, that every time we open up a chest, that'll do that. And then we've got the unlucky and lucky. Those 2 titles. Every time we... Basically the way it works is you really want your lucky title. So that way when you use your lockpicks, they don't break on you. Am I going the right way? I feel like I've taken like a wrong turn somewhere. Fuck, there's gonna be a million of these guys again. But they go after Ogden like every time. Shit, I should be casting on Ogden. Come on, got a whole bunch of these guys on me. Take them out, please. What are you guys doing? Come on, get over here. There we go. So we want to take out this Guile first, because he's the necromancer guy that ends up casting, I think, like Well of Power. And FYI, the actual area, Mineral Springs, it's just full of these guys. And they're pretty difficult, too. It's actually the area to get the Shield of Judgment, the one skill that I was mentioning before, the one that's actually needed for the 55 monk build. Nice. These feathered Africa scalps, we can actually salvage those for feathers. Wow, we're gonna have to fight a million of these guys. Son of a bitch. That really sucks. It's funny, almost ironic that the moment I actually run out of ID kits, the charges in my ID kit, is the time I'm actually picking up all the magic items and whatnot. So let's actually try to get this this group here first. It looks like it's just straight up warrior classes. It's nice too because they all end up like grouping up like this. So they're just gonna sit here and take a assload of damage. See, if you're just fighting these guys straight up, they're actually pretty easy. It's when they're combined with like the rangers and the mesmers and whatnot that makes them pretty difficult. Okay, so what I'd really like to do is actually not have to fight all of these. Looks like we managed to get around. Awesome. Yeah. Slight shortcut there. Nice. We got all of the elite skills in Talus Shoot. So there's no reason for me to come back here beyond just simple, whatchamacallit, cartography related. Okay, so we got 2 heretics, which are Mesmers. Easy breezy. Oops. Actually, totally didn't mean to cast that. Alright, I'm fairly certain that the way we want to actually go is up this way. I think. Could take a look at the map again, but I'm fairly sure it's up here. So it looks like we've got this necromancers and Mesmers. This is where like Hexbreaker would be coming really handy fighting these guys. Alright. Since they're all grouped up. Yeah, buddy. Get in there. Do that. Oh shit, they're over here. Oops. Try to kill off the Mesmer first because he has the Shatter enchantment. Got a cat that's over here screwing around with him. I like to know it, but I can't seem to find him. Some siege golems, ice imps, all the annoying monsters that I don't want to fight. Yep, there we are. Ice dome. Perfect. Fabulous. Alright, let's see how we actually end up getting screwed potentially here. So let me keep mist form, which is garbage. Alright, so let me go back to the map here. We're going to try to gun for the Copperhammer Mines, but I want to see if there's any elites over here. Okay, there's no bosses. Interesting. So, does this actually not take me? It looks like I'm taking a look at the map. It goes from Talus Shoot to the Frozen Forest. And if we take a look at the map... what about the Frozen Forest? There we go. From the... This is actually really far. We have to go through this area to get to the Frozen Forest. And from there... Oh, wait, no. Yeah, actually, I'm right. I'm sorry. And then, in the Frozen Forest, we just go straight north into the Copperhammer Mines. But there are what it looks like bosses in Frozen Forest, but we don't have to worry about that. Let's see, we got Crippling Anguish, which I already have. Water Trident, which I already have. And then Ward Against Harm, which I don't have. It's a plant monster. Plant boss. Right, I'm pretty sure I have Crippling Anguish. I'm pretty certain. Let's see here. Let's go back. So here's Ice Dome. Okay. You know what? I think I'm actually going to take a quick break here, but I do want to do something real quick. Is take a look at Crippling Anguish. Fire Magic. Yeah, okay. So we do have it. And we're going to start to fight a million of these Stone Summit guys. So let's back that ass up a little bit. And I will be right back. Going to take a quick break, and when we get through this, we'll go through the was this ice dome, and then through the frozen forest, and onto the copper hammer mines, and hopefully, we can end up going into the mineral springs. We're getting ever so close to it, so I'll be back momentarily.